Hey folks, welcome back to Three Rivers Wrench. I am Brian James, and on the bench in front of me is the HVAC system from Bear, our 1978 Chevy Nova 9C1 police car. We have the AC system here, the heating system over here. We're going to rip this stuff apart, clean it up, see if we have any broken pieces, and then install it on the car. So let's get this party started. Okay, so one half of the box, this is on the engine side, this is our air conditioning side. Just to go through it real quick, we have a blower motor. Inside here is the evaporator. This is what gets cold and the air blows across it and then through ductwork into the car. Keeps you cool. Right here, this is a blower motor resistor. Here's the connection for it. Now out here we have an accumulator, and this here I believe is a temperature probe. This kind of keeps track of how cold this evaporator is getting. If it gets too cold, it will shut the system down so it doesn't freeze up. But all in all, this is very complete. It's in pretty rough shape. The way they seal it against the firewalls, I get some black butyl, I call it dum-dum, but this stuff's all dried out, goes around the perimeter here, and that's what seals it to the firewall. So we have some of that. We're going to go ahead and use it later on, but let's get this thing apart and start cleaning things. Yeah, that's pretty gross. We got quite the nest, which we knew there was going to be something in there. No dead bodies. That's cool. But if you remember back, if you've been watching and following along, we did charge the AC system on this car, and it did blow cold. I had to jury rig it to make it work. There was something that, I don't know, that the wiring harness is in bad shape. But anyways, we were able to get it to blow cold. I did leave it charged for about 2 weeks and then rechecked, and we didn't lose any refrigerant. So this guy is actually holding pressure, believe it or not. He looks hideous, but we've got some cleanup to do. And anywhere on this box where pieces come together, there is a sealer. So we've got this half of the box. Yeah, there was sealer in these areas, so we'll be replacing that. You want this box as airtight as you can get, so you're not, losing efficiency. Anyways, let's sweep this up. I don't think we have much else other than this bracket, which is riveted onto the case, and we do have a pass-through here. This is where your heater tube would come through this area here. We're going to have to figure something out for this guy. Probably some butyl will be used to seal around that tube when we get to that point. But yeah, let me sweep this up. Okay, I've got everything cleaned up. The box, could it look better? I guess it could, but man, this thing was in really nasty shape. It had like this black tar all over it, so I did the best I could. Went ahead and clear coated it. This is actually fiberglass. this piece came out real nice, but we're going to go ahead and reassemble this guy and move on to the heater box. What I have here is some rubber foam. Get this at Home Depot. They got all kinds of different sizes. This was just left over from another project. You can take this stuff, cut it in half, whatever, you know, multiple sizes available. What I did, put it in here where the old foam was. It's a little different, yeah, but it's going to work. Nobody will know. And this piece, the evaporator, just sits right in the box just like so. Then we have this guy, fits right on here. All right, I almost skipped a step. Glass setting butyl tape. Yeah, you can get it in this kind of package or several other setups that they have. This stuff, it's just black, gooey stuff here. This is a little bigger than I need, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to break a piece off, and then we're going to roll it like Play-Doh and put it in this little track that runs along the edge of the box, and we'll put the top half on, screw it together. Okay guys, there is our AC unit. It looks terrific. The only thing I'm not super thrilled with is this part of the case. It's got some discoloration, but you know, you're gonna have that. And it's gonna be covered up with a fender. This part is hidden by the fender, so not a big deal. But yeah, all cleaned up. No mouse nest. Looks good. So this butyl is a great thing. It'll seal this up. When you put your cases together, the two halves, you're going to have some squeezing out on you. You can grab it, just pull it away. It'll clean up real nice and save this stuff. You know why? Because it comes in handy for everything. You got a bolt you're tightening way down in the engine, and it's like just keeps falling out of your socket. Put a little bit of this around the bolt, stick it to the socket, go right down in, tighten it up, good to go. That's your tip of the day. We're going to move on to the heater box. We'll do that first thing in the morning. All right, what we've got here is the heater box slash blend and mode door apparatus, right? So we've got not much to it, but man, is it dirty. And I wonder how many nests we're going to find inside this guy. We do have the HVAC controls still hooked to it by this one cable. The rest of this stuff is vacuum operated. So I'm sure we're going to have some dry rotted vacuum lines. I can see this one here. Yeah, that's that's good. So we're going to be fixing a few things in this before we get it back together. right, here's our heater core. As you can see, this tube's broken off, so this heater core is getting replaced. I have one in order. Hopefully it comes in soon, but let's get this guy out of here if we can. We can see we have a gasket on here. We might be able to try to save this guy. Pretty amazing that it's still intact. And there's our heater core, which was leaking at one point. You can see the coolant. Well, here we are. We are finished. We need to take this stuff down to the shop and install it on bare. So not too bad, guys. This was pretty simple. Boy, cars nowadays, chintzy plastic, a million screws, and stuff's breaking constantly. This guy's 40 plus and everything is working. These vacuum operated diaphragms, I'm amazed they're working. If you want to test these guys, you see, you apply vacuum to them. I've got this hand pump here. Hook up our vacuum source. You can see this door here. This one's going to either blow it to the windshield or down onto your feet. We're going to apply some vacuum. That guy opens up and stops. And you just want to sit here and hold it for a few seconds. Just make sure it doesn't relax or close. Because if it did, that would mean the diaphragm is probably ripped and you're leaking, and that's what will cause that. So we'll go ahead and relieve vacuum. And there you go. So everything's working terrific. The other diaphragm's a little different. It's two-sided, so it's going to either apply vacuum on this side or this side. Just depends on what is selected here at your controls. There's a little vacuum switch here. We'll get more into that when we get into final assembly on the dashboard. But for right now, we know everything works. We got a brand new heater core. We're ready to go, so let's head on down. Well, that's one more thing to remove from the list of things to do. The HVAC system is installed. Just have a few little things to button up under the dash, but we're installed enough to where I can hook the AC machine up, get a vacuum on this guy, boil any moisture out of there, and then add our dye, oil, and refrigerant. I'll do a full charge because this guy's just going to sit around for a few weeks until we get getting that engine running again. But if there are any leaks, the dye will show it and we'll take care of it accordingly. But I think we're going to be okay. Like I said, I think we'll be getting this guy running very soon. Until then, I am back to body work, so that's a good time. Every mechanic's dream, body work. But you know, it is what it is. It's all an adventure, right? But hey, do me a favor, like, subscribe. And check me out on Facebook, Three Rivers Wrench. Little updates and things I throw up there once in a while, behind the scenes stuff. So anyways, you guys have a good one. See you later.